How can you dropship products with next day delivery in the UK? Hi, it's Lewis Smith here, and something I wanted to speak to you about is how do you dropship products in the UK with next day delivery? Because when you purchase something from one of those Facebook or TikTok ads that targets you and you think, that looks great, that looks amazing, they've sold me hook, line, and sinker in the marketing ad for that, I'm going to buy it. And then it takes 30 or 45 days to be delivered to your house, and it arrives in one of those crumpled up e-packets with Chinese customs writing all over it. And you might have paid, I don't know, £30 for it. And it says on the customs import duty, the value of the item was like $1.30. And I mean, there is no worse customer experience than that. You feel like you've been taken advantage of because the markup was so high and it's so obviously not worth what you paid for it. It took ages to come and they pulled the wool over your eyes as a customer and didn't tell you it was going to take that long. And the item is just a disappointing, low quality thing at the end. And to be honest, you paid so little for it, £30 is even worth the hassle of trying to argue for a refund at that point. It's just the wrong model. It doesn't work, in my opinion. It's not the way to run a long term business. Fine if you're just looking for a kind of a cash grab and you don't care about your customers, but that's not the way we run things. The members that work with us at Dropship Unlocked in my company, we run high ticket dropshipping businesses. So that's selling products upwards of £500 usually per item, and selling products that are from UK based suppliers to customers, usually here in the UK as well, because that means we can offer fast, usually next day or certainly 1 to 2 working day delivery. Now, there are some exceptions to that, of course, but that's generally the way it works. Now, the way you sign these suppliers, it's not the way people think, right? If you Google drop shipping suppliers, you're going to find a list of these middlemen directories that just want to have you sign up to their service for a certain fee per month so that you get access to their great catalog of products, right? For a small fee. But if it was really that easy, don't you think everybody's trying that as well, right? If you can just go to a website, click a button, sign up, pay a fee, suddenly you have a great business that does thousands per month. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite work like that. You'll find that a lot of the people that come to us at Dropship Unlocked do so after they've learned out the hard and expensive way of trying that model. So I'm telling you today, don't bother with it. If you find one of these directories that promises you access to these great suppliers, it's usually never going to lead to anything. It's not the way that you build a successful business. The way you build a successful business with this model is you build relationships with suppliers. I'll give you a few tips now. When you approach brands like this, you're not going to use the term dropshipping. Realistically, they've often been burned in the past by the term. People before us gave dropshipping a bad name when they were running cheap, low quality stores and selling stuff from China and didn't care about customer service. So these brands want to know that you have skin in the game. They want to know you're committed and a serious long-term business owner. And all the people that work with us at Dropship Unlocked are. So we know how to position ourselves. We give them the scripts on what to say to suppliers, how to find them in the first place, because there's a whole process finding suppliers that will be happy to dropship products for you. We even give them the contracts, the templates to use on the phone, the email follow-ups, all of those things so that they build relationships with those suppliers, get them on board and start selling their products. And we usually have members signing their first suppliers within about 4 weeks. There's a few steps we have to take first before we do that. And then week 5 and 6 of working with us, generally people are starting to make sales. And as I said, these could be sales of £500 up to £2,000 per item, where you're netting 30% often. So maybe £600 in profit on a single sale. So you can see it makes sense to build these relationships with UK suppliers first. You're building a long-term business. So why wouldn't you invest upfront in that relationship with the supplier who will be a partner of yours for years and years to come? I've had some initial relationships with suppliers who, since having that initial call with them and then going to meet them in person often, which is something that our members sometimes do when they're building these businesses, they'll go and meet suppliers in person face to face because they're happy to be the CEO of their company, and they've generated hundreds and hundreds of thousands for us in profits since signing them a few years ago. And so you think, well, was it worth it to do that rather than just pay £24 a month for a directory access to a load of rubbish suppliers that no one's ever going to sell any products of? That's the way we do it. Not saying it's the only way, but if you want to know how we do it in more detail, because obviously this is only a short video, you can head over to dropshipunlocked.com/free for a 45-minute free training where I take you through exactly how to do this yourself. Or you can click the link in my bio. And if you've enjoyed this video, then click the follow or subscribe button for more just like it.